Hey, but we here, man. We here.
Exactly. Linus. You know what? Fucking Linus. You can't trust Linus. Let me tell you.
Man,
you know, you can't trust the. You can't trust a kid in grade 8 who still walks around with his blanket. You know.
Right.
Oh no.
All I know is he was pissed in the mud, dog. When that pumpkin ain't show up, man, he was mad. He was super pissed, dog. But yeah.
That's good.
But that's what's up, man. So how y'all brothers doing, man?
Good, man.
Doing great.
Yeah.
Doing great.
Yeah, everything is good, man. Just dropped this new project, feeling real good, getting a lot of good feedback, man. High energy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So God is good, man. I feel amazing right now.
Yep. Absolutely.
I can definitely agree. God is great. The God.
Absolutely. Yep, God made. There you go.
Yep. This is actually one of my friends, his brand. So
nice.
I'm actually just trying to promote it a little bit.
Okay.
Nice. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Dope.
But we can go ahead and get started, guys. Again, I apologize. The timing was all twisted.
Oh, good.
But
we here. We locked and loaded, man.
Heck yeah.
We'll blame COVID. Blame COVID-19.
Yeah, blame COVID right. And time zones.
Yeah. COVID has stopped everything, man. That'd be the main thing. Like, man, this damn COVID, man.
I don't know. Yeah. But COVID. They say, but God, but COVID.
Yeah.
When the wife goes, honey, my birthday, COVID. You know, like,
honey, that's damn COVID. You know what?
All right. But yeah, we can go ahead and get started, guys. If you could go ahead and let the people know who you guys are and what you guys do.
Okay. Well, I'm Swifty McVay, D12 representative, Detroit native, MC, rapper. You know what I'm saying? I dibble dabble in the acting field. I love acting, man. Thank goodness, my wife put me up on being in plays maybe like 13, 14 years ago, so I like the theater side too. A lot of people don't know I dibbled in a lot of plays, which is a whole nother monster from the movie thing. But I love all type of genres of music. If it's dope, I like it, and I'm here, man, just here to keep, using my gifts to give to the world. That's what I'm all about. That's what I've always been about since a youngin'. So I'm happy to be here.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
Heck yeah.
And Adrian and Lucas, Gladiator Records, 80 Empire, singer-songwriter, producers, goofballs.
Same.
We don't live with each other like Bert and Ernie. But Adrian's the singer, songwriter, rapper. He raps as well, and I'm the musical guy. Like
I rap gifts.
Yeah, he's a great gift rapper at Christmas. You need gift wrapping, you stock it. No, and I do all the production. So I'm the guy who runs all the equipment, does all the physical production side of things. So it's a cool, and we're blood brothers. So there's a nice chemistry. There's a good chemistry between us, and a great chemistry with Swifty, who we feel like is a brother.
Absolutely. Yep. I'm that third bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, right on that couch with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Definitely. And can you guys kind of talk about, how you guys got into, your careers into where, you now have a platform, and also how you guys came together?
Okay. Well, shoot, man. With me, I've been rapping and literally trying to get into the game, man, since I was young. That's been the story of my life. Rapping in front of crowds. Trying to get record deals, traveling to different cities, just trying to get on, man, and putting myself in situations to where I can be heard, whether there was open mic clubs or doing shows. And I was always blessed to have management and people who believed in me and took me up under their wing as a youngster, man. So I thank God. That's why at today's time, when I see cats, at the gas station or the stores with their demos, I support. I get that music from them, and I pay for their music, man, because God bless people to be in my life that took me up under their wing, man. So, I want to go ahead and give back, and whatnot. So for me, you know, making it into the industry, man, that's what I ran into the D12 cats. We was all friends at the hip hop shop back in the early 90s. And me and my ex-rap partner at that time actually had a deal, record deal. And the song was on the radio and did what it did. But, you know, that contract, something happened where that contract didn't last or whatever. So that was my first time actually going solo. So when I went solo, one of the D12 members at the time, Bugs, rest in peace, asked and said, you know, I think that you should be a part of this group that we in, who I was already friends with. You know, I already had a chemistry with everybody already. So it wasn't like I was feeling all scary and trying to get to know everybody. So everything was just smooth. And then, you know, we all made a pact, you know, who first one out the group to get on will come back and get everybody else. So Eminem went out to California for a rap battle. And he said, he was like, man, I'm about to go out here and do my thing. And if don't nothing pop, then I'm going to quit. He literally said that out of his own mouth. So he went out there for that rap battle, never came back, you know, did his thing, got into his groove until he got on, and he came back and got everybody else. And that's, you know, where the D12 thing happened, and the rest history.
Wow.
Yeah.
Definitely. And
I mean, no, sorry, Malik, you were.
No, I was saying, y'all go ahead, do your thing.
Okay, cool. No, you know what? And that's why we get along with Swifty. I think a similar start in terms of like from kids.
Yeah.
With rap music, saw the movie Beat Street. Our parents took us to see Beat Street, you know, by Harry Belafonte, and it was just, it's so authentic. We saw these kids breakdancing, two brothers, Kene and Lee. And it just, my brother and I are like, Kenny, you know, my brother and I are like, that's us. Like, we're Kenny and Lee, but we're the Italian version of Kenny and Lee, you know? And it'd be Kenny and Leonardo. But, you know, and then just like, again, like doing gigs like with our cousin and, you know, playing in every, you know, hole in the wall in Toronto, at like talent shows, live gigs. And because we were doing hip hop, but we were playing live instruments, it was always a little bit different. And then doing little things and a little, you know, independent deals here and having tunes play on the radio in Canada, then signing to a major label, Universal. And we sat around for 4 years. They did absolutely nothing, like brand name manager, all these brand name things, but yet it was still Lucas and I doing everything ourselves, writing it, producing it. So we left, did our own thing, this and that, got a publishing deal with Universal, but we're like, even all of this, man, like, let's just do it on our own, make Gladiator records. Our background's Italian, but Gladiator, there's just that kind of, that analogy, you know, like back in the day, gladiators had to fight. You had to win a certain amount of fights to gain your freedom. So it's just like with us, we started Gladiator because we're doing the same thing. You know what I mean? And we've always had a love for hip hop, and we do all different types of music. And that's our story. You know, it's a roller coaster. You know what I mean? These are the Coles notes. This is a small thing, but as Swifty can tell you, man, this is like a roller coaster. And it's like, actually, to quote Obi Trice, and that's how we met Swift. And there were a record we did with him called Battle Cry. At the end, he goes, "Some days you the dog, some days you the hydrant." And that's so true about life. Keep moving. It's so true about life, but specifically music. You're literally on top, and the next day, you're like, Jesus, man. Like, you're looking back up again, and you know, it's boxing, man. Hip hop, music in general, it's boxing. Well, it's funny, a quick story. We were in Italy doing a showcase for the Italian representatives of Universal because of our heritage. My brother always likes to think outside the box. So he's like, you know, we could sing a little bit in Italian. So they're like, let's do a soul album that had half English, half Italian. Because Italian music back in the day was more soulful, but the newer stuff's a little more of that raspy type voice. And, you know, it's changed now with hip hop and stuff. It's global. The music's global. But we were actually sitting at a dinner, and we were upset because we weren't like the showcase went well, but our Italian, like, we speak it, but we're, you know, you have to be from somewhere for the slang, and so certain words don't change. Like back in the day when you used to say wearing ice on your neck, if you translate that verbatim in Italian, it actually means like ice, like you're wearing ice, like stuff you put in your drink. The colloquialisms were off. Yeah. You know, but the guy, one of the guys who came was a representative of Interscope, and was talking about the D12 record coming out and the album work, the album cover, and how it was going to look and things like that.
This guy, Martin Kurzenbaum.
Martin Kurzenbaum. And Adrian and I were going, oh, man, he's talking about M and D12 and all these guys. Fast forward.
It's full circle, you know?
Full circle.
Wow.
A joint project. So it's pretty cool for us as fans of music and a fan of Swifty's before even meeting him to have not only, which is even bigger than the music, having a personal relationship now with Swifty and his family and him as well with us. I hope you like us. You know? No, you know, being able to come around full and do music together, I think it's pretty cool. And that's why we continue to do it. It's moments like this is why we you know.
Absolutely, man. It's definitely a blessing. You know, I was always told, you know, if you do what you love to do, it won't be considered a job.
Mhm.
You know, and you know, having fun doing what you love to do, and you know, connecting with these brothers, man. There's never a dull moment. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's all about. You know, being able to have chemistry, put great music out, and never have a dull moment, man. You know, when I was always a fan of Battle Cry as well, and I was on my way to I think I was on my way to Ireland with Obi, and Obi was playing his latest album at that time. And he would start playing some beats because we was trying to figure out a song that we could do together for this movie soundtrack that I was doing. So he played this one track, man, and I walked out the room like, literally like, man, what the hell? And he told me, he was like, yeah, man, my homies who did Battle Cry did this, man, and that shit is stuck in my head. I was like, dog, I got to go ahead and holler at them, and you know, they connected with us for the movie. They dropped a nice little jewel, the phony track, you know what I'm saying? And you know, we went to the premiere. He was like, "Yo, let's come together and put something together, man. We should go ahead and do something together." And I already, you know, said to myself, I said, as soon as I get some time, I'm going to go ahead and connect with these brothers, man, because they're super cool, super talented, and now we sitting right here today in front of you, Mr. Wilson. Telling our history, you know what I'm saying? It's a great thing.
That's dope stuff, man. That is
God made this happen, right? God made this happen right over there.
everything is already written, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, the silver lining to it, obviously with what's going on with COVID and stuff, it's obviously, you know, it's crazy times and but you know, the silver lining was, you know, Swifty would have been on tour right now. You know, their parts, you know, traveling and you know, there's so many different things. So it was a time to kind of, people are glued to their social devices because you're stuck inside. So it's a perfect time to not only put together the project.
The stars aligned.
The stars aligned for us to put this project together. When you think about it, it was only maybe 1 or 2 tracks that we had from last November when we initially met in person for the second time. But when we had a chance to kind of break bread a little bit more and talk about it. And then all like out of the 11 tracks, which there's a few extras that are, you know, future projects, we've done this all within a two week time when adding in the mixing and mastering. Like within 3 weeks, this project was signed, sealed, delivered.
Wow.
You know, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the recording was done in about a week. Yep.
You know, and it just showed like, you know, I said this before to Swifty. Last night he gave me my missing thing. Because I would get like texts from Swift at like anywhere from 12 to 3 in the morning going, you got mail, next track's done, verses. And I'd be like, I'm sleeping, and I'd get up and like turn on my laptop, put the headphones on, listen to your reference, and I'm sitting in my kitchen like sleeping, and then he's already up, so I have to forward it to him.
Yeah,
and,
we
you know,
Malik, just before we you know, dialed in with you, I was just listening to a record that Swifty sent. I was like,
yeah, what did he say about Barry Gordy? Yeah. You know, so it's just natural with us. It's like we've known each other our whole lives, and it's just, so the chemistry is easy. It's not forced, and I think that really shows on this project that we have.
And I think really quickly, and I think also like the cool thing about this collaboration and this brotherhood, it shows people that really like, you don't have to, you know, Fat Joe said it once, it's not where you're from, it's where you're at. So we're sonically, creatively, familial, ethically, morally, the three of us are on the same wavelength, you know, and it just makes sense. You know, Swifty didn't have to grow up in Toronto in an Italian neighborhood where we grew up. We didn't have to grow up in Detroit where Swifty did, for all of us to just understand. And we have similar stories. Like if you listen and sit down to the album, you know, the lead off single, what Swifty's talking about, my brother and I, like everything he's talking about, getting a microphone at Radio Shack, everything, watching BET until the cable went black. That's us. Like it's the same thing. So I think also music could really, if people took a time to really listen to people's stories, you know, regardless of color, regardless of political boundaries, regardless of ethnicities, man, we all go through the same thing, man. It doesn't, like, if people really sit and listen to people's stories, we all go through the same thing. You know what I mean? So
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I concur to that.
You know,
yes, definitely. And so July 16th was the big day for you guys. Can you kind of talk about you know, this whole album and what we can expect from it?
Man, you know, you can expect lyricism, you know, versatility, you know, soulfulness, you know, great singing, great lyrics, musically, great music. I'm talking about instruments, the whole nine, man. You would definitely see exactly what they was talking about as far as the chemistry, man. When you hear this record, man, you will be able to feel in your soul that there is chemistry there. You know what I'm saying? That you know, the same thing that we felt making music together, it will resonate to the listeners' ears, man. So you got everything in one package, man. You got, you know, great music, lyricism, cadence, subject matter, storytelling, all wrapped up in 11 songs.
Absolutely. I was gonna say that it's a story. It's a novel. It's an 11 chapter story that every track, you know, ties together, but it leads you into a journey in a life you're experiencing. Like when you hear Death Wish, you vision yourself in this. When you hear Never Stop the Fight, you think about when you were a kid. You know, we told Swifty when he sent us his vocals and I put it together, and then we added in, shout out to Rich Brown. Rich Brown's probably one of the best, if the not best bass player in Canada. He's like OG bass player. And he loved playing that record. He's a fan of yours, Swift. I never told you that. And he's a fan of stuff. And when we heard that bass, I cried because you know, at the end when he's talking about never giving up and in 90 this, I did this, and we keep going, we never said this. And that's you know, in life in general, whether you want to be an artist, a painter, a lawyer, a doctor, you want to get your master's, you want to be a chef, whatever. It's like never stop.
Well, I think people, and especially people will relate to the stories regardless of music, but even in Never Stop the Fight, Swifty says, you know, 1990s, different managers, some were grimy with dancers behind me. That was us. A cousin who was over last night from Toronto slept over. We're listening to the album, and he's like, yo, that was us in the basement, 1990s. And remember, you guys would come on Saturday, we practiced. So we had these two girls dancing while like I'm rapping on the mic, Luke's playing the piano. My cousin's drumming on the drums. We were like the Italian root.
They did the,
you know? I think another cool thing about the album is that there's something for everyone without sacrificing the integrity of the music. Because I think a lot of people, they're like, yo, we need a record that sounds like him. And we need a record for the radio. And we need a record like this. We didn't do that. Like organically, it just all fell into place. And we have a really nice Christmas tree. And all the branches just connect to the trunk. And then, you know, the roots started with a beat that Swifty was saying that Obi showed him a long time ago. And then from there, we constructed this tree. And then all the branches, all of Swifty's concepts, the lyrics, this and that, the choruses, the beats, and boom. And now we have this, like, again, there's something on a branch that everyone can enjoy. You got hardcore from like stuff to like Hell of a Woman, but without it, but it's authentic without it trying to sound like, yo, these three cats, they try to make this for this and that for that. No, it really sonically and everything, it's like a perfect wave, you know?
Yes. And the versatility, man, the versatility that these guys brought to the table, you know, is just great. You know what I'm saying? I was just thinking in my head, like, these guys are so versatile, and this is what the industry needs, man, because, you know, a lot of these labels want to grab people that sound like this, sound like that. but they drop gems. Each one sounds totally different than the next. But you said it all comes together on this one Christmas tree, man. So the people will really enjoy how versatile each song is as well, musically and conceptually.
Yeah,
as well.
I think so. And lyrically, man, like
Juggernaut.
like lyrically, the things that Swifty is saying, like it's really like there's layers, man. It's like a lyrical onion, and it's just like right when you get through one peel and you're like, yo, that was dope. You're like, what did he just say there? Like, but people are not rewinding stuff like what we did as kids, like on a cassette tape. But it's just like you're really sitting and thinking, like you sit and listen to it more and more, and you're like, you know. But also just the nonchalant, like the nonchalantness, like the coolness, like you know.
You mentioned cassette.
Oh yeah, a lot of people like, you know, even the best of the best. You hate to say it, you know, the best of the best sometimes. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. For people who don't know, you go look.
Got swag on.
There we go.
But like when you listen to Death Wish, it's so hard. But Swifty is just like, you know, some people have to really study to be cool. Honest to God, man, like no BS. You look in a dictionary, Swifty's face is under cool, man.
Good look.
Because even when you listen to Death Wish, it's so cool. And like you take the listener, and even though we're part of the song, every time I listen to that record, I feel like I'm on 7 and 8 Mile with you, just riding shotgun. It's like, yo, Swifty, what's going down? We are ready. We got you. You're back, but you're just so cool with it. Like it's just like something's about to go down, but Swifty's like, no man, don't even panic. I got you. Like it's just, yeah, man.
Yeah, good look. My mans, man. Y'all definitely did your thing on there.
That's
sure. Y'all brought it out. Y'all brought it out. You know.
And at this stage of my life, I'm looking cool going to Walmart to pick up stuff for the kids. You know that. Wait, they're like, look, where are you going? I'm like, Death Wish, as he's going to Walmart. No. This is how cool. This is how OG I am. They're like, where are you going, Walmart? No, I'm going to Kmart.
All right, man. Listen.
Oh man, I'm going to Woolco. What the hell?
Never heard of Woolco. But
he made. I have to story. I have to say this story because now it makes me laugh. We were working with Clyde Walter Orange once from the Commodores, and we were in Florida, and he's like, we were helping him make this song, like a new state song for Florida. And, you know, he wrote like Brick House. He's the main singer on it. So we're in Florida. He's
Night
like,
Shift.
And, you know, he's an OG. Like he's telling us about like Motown and Lionel Richie and everything and all of that stuff. You know, again, that's that Detroit legacy there with Motown.
Telling us how he made Brick House, how that song came to be.
But it just really quickly, when Lucas was saying going to Kmart, I remember he's like, brothers, I'm going to take y'all tonight to a restaurant. We're going to go somewhere, man. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be wild. I'm going to take y'all to Applebee's. And it was just, we were just like, we're expecting he's going to take us to like we're in Southern Florida, so like Copacabana, some Cuban girls and, you know, bumpa, and it's going to be crazy. You know, we're thinking Scarface is.
Well, it was like the movie.
And we had a fun night, but it was like that movie.
What was the movie? Hall Pass, right? They all go to Applebee's.
Yeah.
Ready to paint the town, and then they're all too full and they're all tired, so they all go.
But it was like that. We're thinking, yo, he's going to take us somewhere. Like, this is OG, man, the Commodores. He's going to take us to some place. We're only like, you know. But anyway, sorry, guys. On a side note, I just had to share that.
That's too funny. That is too funny, but before we wrap this up, could you guys please again tell who you are, how people can get a hold of you, social media handles, where they can find your music, your work, the whole nine.
Okay, yeah, Swifty McVay. Y'all can holler at me on the Instagram. That is McVay D12. That's MCVAY D12. That's the same for the Twitter. And if y'all want to holler at me on Facebook, y'all go to Swifty D12 to holler, at me on that. And the music, man, is on all digital platforms. You know what I'm saying? You get the album, you got, Apple, Tidal, whatever you got, the music is there, man. And make sure you continue to holler at us, man, because, we did talk about hard copies. It's digital right now, but we will maybe have some hard copies for the fans in the future. So keep checking in on us.
Absolutely.
Sure.
And with just at 80 Empire. So at 80 Empire on Instagram, 80 Empire on Facebook, and then on Twitter, Luke.
Twitter is 80_AD. So the number 80 Empire_AD. Yep. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sounds great. Well, it's so great talking to you guys. You guys actually
Thank you.
made my day. This was a great chat.
Same with you,
Awesome.
Malik.
Same, man.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for having us, man.
Yes.
Yes.
And again, sorry about the time.
Oh,
no,
no,
man,
that's all right.
No, it's all good. We made up for it, man. We
That's
able
all right,
to make it happen, man. So
Listen, well, next time we're down, when COVID's over, you take us to Applebee's. We'll call it even.
Look, I'll give you this story. In North Dakota,
Yeah.
nothing here. So
Yeah.
if you guys come here, we can cook out on the grill. I'll make you guys.
That's better for us.
That sounds good,
That
man.
sounds good to us.
ain't nothing wrong with that, brother. Put on some straight up some vegetables on that grill, because I don't eat meat. But as long as we got some vegetables, we good.
Yeah,
I'm the
that's
same way. I'm
good.
like, oh.
But Swifty, I got to get with you, Swifty, because lately, man, I've been eating like it's my last day on earth.
COVID.
Like
COVID.
every day's the last supper for me lately, man. I got to stop. I'm starting to look like a grizzly bear.
Well, they
man.
said to get rid of COVID, you need to eat 2 bags of Doritos. So I don't know. I've been good since. I think it's working.
That COVID, dog, everything is an excuse for everything.
It's like, sorry, my wife's like, when are you losing that weight? Honey, it's COVID weight. COVID was 7 years ago. What are you talking about?
No, our grandfather died almost 10 years ago, and I started gaining weight then, and I keep saying it, my grandfather died. My wife's like, that was 10 years ago now. Like, you still blame that you're going to work, you're going to the hospital, you're cleaning your grandmother's house. I'm like, yeah, but we're Italian, man. We rehash the same stories. It's part of the DNA as Italians, like.
All right, man. It was good talking to you guys. Good luck to you guys, and stay safe out here.
All right, take care,
guys.
All right,
sir. Peace.
All right.
Peace.